right out of a long, ancient tradition, once born of necessity, the sharp-shooting hunt of game. The sympathetic year-round climate, the mix of tall trees and open spaces encourage all game, large and small, to thrive, and also providing ample ground cover in which to take refuge when necessary. Add to this the annual southbound migrating fowl, vacationing in the region's ponds and swamps. Hence, a hunter tradition. Eros von Bork, the German-born member of General Jeb Stuart's staff, one day in the fall of 1862, wandered away from the ancestral residence, the Bower in Jefferson County, to hunt the wild American turkey. He found why Americans back then liked to say, "Smart as a wild gobbler." Come late October in these parts, young turkeys born back in April have fattened up on fields of corn, and hunters like von Bork would go looking for them. And as he wrote, "They only fly when pressed after being hunted with dogs with such loud barking that they fly affright. And when driven out of a thicket, they run with the celerity of the greyhound and are extremely wary and cunning." Ambling about with the long legs from his 6-foot-4-inch frame thrust out on either side of his good-natured steady mule named Kit, von Bork sallied forth. He was in high spirits, able to forget war. No cannonade shook the air, and the lazy, listless life we led was in harmony with the serenity of the season, which charmed us with the repose and loveliness of the American fall. The wooded hills and rich fields around the Bower abounded in game, partridges, pheasants, wild turkeys, hares, and gray squirrels, so that I could indulge to the fullest extent my passion for sport. Very near the Bower, I had discovered on the opposite side of the Opequon a charming little valley through which ran a sparkling rivulet, a tributary. This valley was nearly 2 miles in length and was enclosed by high, rocky cliffs covered with dense growth of oaks and pines. In the ravine, the richest grass grew abundantly and alternated with little patches of thick undergrowth and groups of pawpaw trees. On the immediate banks of the creek, gigantic tulip, poplar, hickory, and walnut trees rose to an immense height, interlacing their branches so as to form a leafy arch over the sequestered glen. Here, I always found a large quantity of game. As for his trusty, humble steed, Kitty, I was often laughed at by my comrades as I made my appearance on her with my legs dangling nearly to the ground. But Kit carried me excellently well for all that, and with my weight of 15 stone 10, took all the ordinary fences and ditches with the greatest ease. But leave it to an amiable banjo player to show von Bork that the tortoise always beats the hare. One day, while von Bork rampaged across the countryside on Kit, Bob Sweeney had his own easier, smarter way, as von Bork recalled. Sometimes, Bob Sweeney, General Stuart's banjo player, had the good sense to confine his efforts to the gray squirrels, while I was running my legs off after the larger game. Nevertheless, I enjoyed even my unsuccessful turkey hunting very much.